Namaste, welcome to Bikalpa Dream Catchers, where conversations are all about young dreams and big passion. We all have big dreams, and I'm sure we all want to catch it, but it takes a lot of passion, dedication, and effort. But maybe all we need are stories that inspires us to be on the path that we need to be on. So today we have a guest who is already on her journey to catch her dream. Let's hear from her and welcome her. Hi, Prothoma.
Hi, Aarati.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great and I'm feeling a bit nervous.
You're not alone. I'm nervous as well, but I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, so we have had some opportunity to talk, but for our viewers, please introduce yourself and tell us about what you're doing right now.
Hi, everyone. I'm Prothoma Tripura from Khagraturi, which is in the Chittagong Hill Tracts region in Bangladesh. And I belong to the indigenous community, and I belong to the Tripura community. And I'm currently working with an organization called Hill Resource Center.
Okay, so in the organization, what kind of activities do you do, or what does a typical day look like for you?
About the activities, the organization aims to protect our traditions and our cultures and to revive the traditional leadership that we all have within ourselves. And also it aims to strengthen our connection with nature. So talking about nature, we always try to hold awareness campaigns or workshops to letting our communities know that how nature is important and how our life depends on it.
That's some amazing work. So you work with indigenous groups and you work with indigenous knowledge and how it can help to in the leadership of young people, right? So as a young person yourself, what do you think is the most difficult part about working in a setting where people are the experts and you have to go talk about it?
While working, the fear of not knowing enough is the most difficult thing for me in terms of communicating with the people. Like, I don't know much, I don't have much knowledge in me, so how am I going to teach or spread awareness about the things I want to let the people know? So there's always fear of not knowing enough and being looked down upon.
That is quite a big of a problem. As a young person, when you go to a community, it is oftentimes really difficult to convince them to attend your sessions or involve in the program itself. But once again, thank you for all the work you're doing, especially being such a young person and an amazing woman.
Thank you, you're so sweet.
Not at all, but it's the truth, right? Okay, so I want to hear more context about you as a person and as a Bangladeshi. Is that what you say, Bangladeshi?
Yeah, Bangladeshi.
Okay, thank God. Okay, so what is the context and what do young people in Bangladesh are most interested in right now?
So the tradition of being a doctor or an engineer is not so much popular nowadays in our country. It's more like the young girls or the boys are, getting more into the gaming world or maybe influencer jobs and other things like software engineering and those type of stuff. And I would say it is a really big of a change to have in our society. Like, you know, we all should believe that there are many choices of jobs in our community or in our society to work with. It's not about only being doctors, engineers, and other big jobs. Yeah.
That's such an important topic that you've touched on. Like, young people nowadays don't just think about jobs or reputation or future, but they're finally being able to dream. Like, after the technology and being such a global world, I think dreams are becoming more accessible, and I think that's such an amazing thing. So while on this topic, I have to ask, what is your dream?
So I belong to a very diverse society. So the region that I live in, the Chittagong Hill Tracts, it has more than 54 indigenous communities living there. So it is such a diverse community. And since my childhood, I have been discovering many new cultures and rituals and everything. So it has been like very much of a journey. Like, I really love exploring things, like especially the cultures and traditions and all that. So I would actually love to explore the world and its cultures and traditions, which I feel like I am really connected to from the deep of my heart. So yeah, I would love to explore and also work for my community, as we stand together and we need each other's help.
I really want to note something that you mentioned. Your dream is so different, but maybe not different from a person's perspective from Bangladesh. So before, dreams were not allowed to be this vague, or just about learning and living, about doing whatever you like. So I think it is such an amazing thing that young people are now, more than ever, are allowed to have dreams that is so diverse and maybe complex, and not just like in a straight path about jobs or occupation. So I really loved your dream. So working in the sector of indigenous people, knowledge, culture, there must be so many difficulties and really like hindrances, maybe small or big. So who is someone, or what do you turn to when you need inspiration or motivation to keep going?
It's definitely my parents, especially my mother, and she inspires me so much. When I'm like nervous and I go to her, and I'm always asking like, "Mom, what should I do? Should I do this or not?" And she's always like, "Go for it. You can do it. You know that you're the best." So she's been the great inspiration to me.
That's amazing. Moms are always, we even talked before, but moms are always that personality that's always behind you or beside you, or even like in front of you, leading you. So I want to add more on this. Someone in your field of interest that you look up to and have been inspired from, or wanted to follow in their footsteps, someone that comes to your mind?
Definitely my parents again.
Okay.
Yeah. So from my childhood, they worked really hard to provide and to be who I am now, and they have taught me so many things. Like, I learned from their hard work. So I'm always trying to work hard to achieve what I want to achieve, to achieve my aims. And I would say the hard work as the value that I acquired from them.
Okay. Again, I have to ask, what personal values or something that you hold really dear to your heart, something that allows you to achieve your dream? It might be your daily routine or something that you look up to, or anything that you think allows you to become who you want to become.
Maybe the hard work again. So when I try to do things, I try not to give up. But there's always one thing going inside me, like, oh, maybe I cannot do this. So I try again and again, and seek from some inspirations from my parents and even my friends. I actually value others' opinion more than myself, which I think I shouldn't. But what can we say? So yeah, I would say hard work is one of them, and also being humble to everyone is also one of them.
That are definitely really important characters. Being an Indigenous person yourself and working in the sector of Indigenous knowledge and culture, what are the major challenges that you've had to endure, and maybe how it has affected your dream and how it has influenced your drive for the dream?
So the indigenous people from our country are always marginalized, and they are not, they are neglected from all the rights, using all the rights that we have. And I would say the major problem is the injustice that is happening with us. Being a minor community, being the minority, and not having support from the major communities that we have in our country. And to be able to actually work for my community acquires so much support from the world itself. So I feel like we require more support for the problems we're facing, like having our lands snatched away and not being able to communicate in our own mother tongue, and etc., etc. I would say that our problem really needs to be addressed.
These challenges are so similar in different countries, but being the same context, it still persists. Even in Nepal, indigenous communities have been marginalized for generations, and I think just now the need and importance of indigenous knowledge, culture, language, and just indigenous techniques for community problems have been really promoted, and people are finally starting to realize its importance in Nepal. And I think it is only a matter of time for Bangladesh as well, because even for environmental sustainability or protecting our culture, traditions, and heritages, indigenous knowledge is the foundation for it. So once again, the work you're doing and the things that you're standing up for are really noble and really amazing. And as a fellow woman, and I'm so proud of you, and really want to congratulate you again. So talking about the challenges, what do you think you are doing as a person to help yourself be able to realize what you want to do or realize your dream?
So I'm trying to acquire as much as knowledge as I can about us and also about the world. And what I believe is that we need enough knowledge to be able to work on a subject. And I also feel like I need to connect more with the people to, know better about the problems they're facing, so I can put my heart and soul into it to make it come true, to solve the problems.
That's amazing. So we are at the end of our little program here. I really want to ask, what is one advice that you always keep in your mind, and who gave it to you, and why is it so important to you?
As I said, that my mom is my biggest inspiration and also my confident booster. So she once said that not to listen to someone else's and just to go with the flow. So why stop chasing your dreams by just listening to what others say? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay, thank you so much for that advice. I'm sure people who are watching us right now will take that as advice as well, and keep it to their heart as well. So I have a little question for you. The question goes, would you rather have all the power in the world? So if there was a President of Earth title, would you have that, or all the money in the world?
As I'm working with for my indigenous community, I would like to have the power to change the world, how my people are being treated. I feel like everyone should be treated equally, and everyone should have equal rights. So I would love to have the power to me.
Thank you so much for that answer. It was a really good answer, and it really gives perspective into what is important and where you're coming from. So thank you so much for that perspective. So we have a little segment where I say a specific word, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that word. So are you ready for it?
Okay. But hesitant.
You don't have to be nervous. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, I think it's quite obvious. You being from the country, Bangladesh.
Diversity.
Good answer. Indigenous.
Unity.
Nice. Okay. A leader.
Confidence.
Okay. Another would be youth.
That's also unity.
Okay. Good answers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Even after all this nervousness and awkwardness, maybe, we still had a really good talk. And I'm so thankful for all your insights and all your answers. I really had a really good time.
I loved it.
Yeah, so tell me more about how like it? How was the experience?
First of all, coming to Nepal is a huge experience because I came here by myself without the help of others, and being here in an interview is also a huge experience for me. It's like a first-time experience, which where I was really nervous, and I didn't know what to say.
You were amazing. You don't have to worry about it. You were amazing.
It's because of you I felt quite okay with it, but I'm still nervous though.
Okay. So that's the end of our program. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk more later.
Thank you so much for having me.